Hey guys, welcome to Driven Couples. I'm here having an interesting conversation with my wife, and today we're gonna talk about Syl. You didn't brush your teeth.
Yes, I did.
You have like some food. Just make this a permanent habit. Por favor. Yeah. Because it's not the first time or the second time.
You know what, Albert? I'm sorry that I have Invisalign, and
You
if you
guys
get on my nerves, I'm not doing this. Like annoying. It's not funny.
Okay, we're ready, right?
Your
All right, guys.
face is,
So
it's shiny.
So welcome.
Do you want to fix it?
Let's get into our topic about networking. So a lot of you know me like the Casanova of networking.
Do they, or did
Yeah.
you just make that up?
No, I'm a pretty good networker. Like all the relationships that we built.
I make sure that you're going to events and introducing yourself to everybody, and you can't be shy, because I feel like that's probably the biggest issue is people, they're a little shy. If you have to have a drink to let loose and go actually introduce yourself to people, then do so.
I don't give a fuck what I say because I'm real. And that's what has gotten us to where we are, that I'm just real and I don't have any filters. And I don't give a shit if people don't like me. Like I like myself. I tried pleasing people and people still didn't like me.
Yeah.
So now I'm just myself, and if somebody doesn't like me, there's a nice little button right there that you can click on follow and go follow other people. But I'm not gonna change for anybody, not even my wife. Hey guys, welcome to Driven Couples. I'm here having an interesting conversation with my wife, and today we're gonna talk about Syl. You didn't brush your teeth.
Yes, I did.
You have like some food inside.
It's my retainer, my little. Let me see.
Wanna go clean? Go like that. On the side, it's all the way on the side over here.
Fuck my life.
Yeah, just go
Can
clean
you?
up
Can
the-
you?
Or I'm gonna be staring at it.
Can you run into my? I'll go get it. Be right back, guys. I can't brush my teeth, by the way.
All right, guys. So this just maybe you learn next time. Like every time that we start something, any sort of driven couples, like please make sure you brush your teeth. I mean, what do you guys think? You guys agree? I mean, you're gonna be talking and on camera. What do you think, Steph? Steph, what do you think?
Of what?
I mean, if you're gonna be on camera, you talking to somebody, you might as well make sure that you're right.
And that it smells good too, right?
Floss.
Have you ever dated a girl with a nasty smell? No?
Maybe by accident, after the first conversation, I got rid of him. Right. Just make this a permanent habit. Por
Are you
favor.
talking to me?
Yeah.
Put it in your dual system on it still?
Because it's not the first time or the second time.
You know what, Albert? I'm sorry that I have Invisalign, and
You
if
guys-
you
you
get
guys
on
ready?
my nerves, I'm not doing this. Like annoying. It's not funny.
Okay, we're ready, right?
Your
All right, guys.
face is,
So
it's shiny.
So welcome.
Do you want to fix it?
So welcome back to Driven Couples. I mean, you guys, what do you guys think, you
cannot.
girls?
I just
A lot of
cannot.
girls though, they ask me like, why do you have such beautiful skin? Like, what do you do?
Because men don't do anything to their skin. That's
And-
why.
Yeah,
Literally.
But I mean, there's men that don't do anything and the skin looks bad, and there's
Okay.
men that don't do anything and the skin looks good.
Okay, so what are we
they ask
talking
me like
about
what I
today?
do for the moisturizer and all the nice little shine that I have, and they like it. So maybe, I mean, you girls, if you're watching this on YouTube or if you're watching this on Instagram, comment. Do you guys, what do you think of my skin? But I mean, a lot of people like it, and they also ask me like, do you put blush on? I'm like, no, it's just natural. But having said that, let's get into our topic about networking. So a lot of you know me like the Casanova of networking.
Do they? Or did
Yeah.
you just make that up?
No, I'm a pretty good networker. Like all the relationships that we built. You want to talk a little bit about that? You want to introduce yourself to everybody that's watching this?
Hey guys, sorry, my husband loves to pick at me, and literally it's been a long night. Our daughter has fever, and as you guys know, if you have a husband, they don't really help when the kids are sick. At least mine doesn't. So, yeah, I haven't
But I
slept.
couldn't
And
sleep
yes,
either.
I had a little bit of food in my Invisalign little thing. Get over it.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
bye.
Yeah, but that's why you always
So
have to
anyway,
make sure you don't have anything when you start.
networking is obviously extremely important, and you want to make sure that you're going to events and introducing yourself to everybody, and make sure it's like events that are like business related, as far as finding your next client, continuing to build your database. You can't be shy, because I feel like that's probably the biggest issue is people, they're a little shy. If you have to have a drink to let loose and go actually introduce yourself to people, then do so, because it's very important. And obviously being approachable, that would be my two biggest things. Introducing yourself to everybody, because you just never know. And business cards, I know it's like now you could just Instagram, whatever, but I always like to have my business cards with me, because you just never know. And you'd be surprised on how many people, if you're approachable, if you're nice, if you give people a good vibe, if you have a good attitude, if you're approachable, if you're kind to people without expecting anything in return, how many people will actually call you back, So those are my two biggest things on networking and building relationships. You obviously have to be a good person and be like, I don't want to say, o sea, tienes que dar confianza. How do you say that?
Just have to have people believe in you.
Yeah, trust you, I guess.
See, there's a difference between having people. You don't want people to believe. You don't want the people to believe you. You don't want people to believe in you. You want to have people believe that you believe in you. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
There's a big difference.
Well, that's where confidence comes in.
There's a big difference. So it's more important for the people. And first of all, going back, guys, you see me being like this, and then you see Syl that she kind of thinks about what she says. I don't give a fuck what I say, because I'm real. And that's what has gotten us to where we are, that I'm just real and I don't have any filters. And I don't give a shit if people don't like me. Like, I like myself. I tried pleasing people and people still didn't like me.
Yeah.
So now I'm just myself, and if somebody doesn't like me, there's a nice little button right there that you could click on follow, and you go follow other people. But I'm not going to change for anybody, not even my wife. Never. I'm going to be myself, and that's what got me here. And I'm going to continue to grow and get places that are really far in life by being myself. And I'm going to like myself, and I'm going to do whatever I want, and I'm going to have choices and a lot of freedom in my life. So that's never going to change, and hopefully that teaches you a lot, everybody watching this, that don't care about what other people think and be yourself. When you're typing an Instagram post, don't show it to your wife. Post it. Who cares what she thinks? Who cares what your people think? You post it and you be yourself, and that's going to get you a lot of followers. That has actually helped me, and that's why a lot of people have liked me, and we've built so many relationships. And I've been good at networking, because people are like, damn, I can't believe you're so real and you're like that. But if you're shy, have a drink. That's why they made alcohol. That's why they created it. Drink a drink, and it's gonna make you feel more. You're gonna be more loose, and you're gonna just talk to people. You're not gonna care what people think. Like when I used to be really insecure, really shy. Like I even though I built some muscle, took some creatine, and weight gainer, and I had a nice body, and I used to go to the beach and wear some lifeguard shorts, and pretend I was a lifeguard and I'm like, buddy, I have this great idea. Let's go talk to these group of girls. And the sooner we got, the more I started getting all nervous. So it didn't quite work that well the first time, but then the second time we pivoted, and then we went to Costco, bought the $26 vodka Absolute bottle, and then we split it, and then we used that for like a week or two until we ran out of it. And then now we started having like one drink or two before we went up to the girls and told them that we were lifeguards. And then, after a few drinks, we told them, you know what, we really are not lifeguards, but we tried.
But I want to take you home.
It would probably, get the conversation started. And they were like, oh, you should have just told us that you were not really a lifeguard, blah, blah, blah. But you get the point. So a lot of the times what I did in events that you mentioned is one really key thing to do, very important, is what you want to do is you want to always raise your hand and ask questions like at the event. So especially if there's 2,000 people, even 500 people, if there's a group of a lot of people there, you want to raise your hand when they offer people, hey, you guys have questions? Go to the front and ask a question, even if it's a stupid question. Like I know a few, I know quite a few people that they ask stupid questions and they continue to ask stupid questions. At least people are gonna remember you for being stupid. So you ask questions, you get attention, and people will remember you. And I know a lot of people that ask questions, and then all of a sudden they become big and they make it in life. And I'm one of those. Like, I don't, what I have is pretty obvious now. And I was the person asking stupid questions. But you know what I did? I went out there and executed. I put in the work and I executed. And every time I came back to the same seminar, sitting in the front, VIP ticket, I showed up better. And that's number one thing that I would advise you. Please go do your homework and come back and execute. Don't continue to ask the same stupid questions, because then you're going to be remembered, but you're going to be remembered as a stupid person. You want to be remembered as, damn, you know what? Every time this dude comes here, or this girl, she looks hotter, he is richer, she looks hotter again, he's richer again, and you want to be remembered as that type of person. And I think that's what I've been doing a pretty good job of. And then one last thing before I give the mic to Syl. When you go to an event, or whenever you're in a room, remember, there's this rule that I call the 1 or 2 people in the room. And what I mean by that is there's 1 or 2 people. If you're lucky, maybe there's 3. But for the most of the time, there's going to be like 1 person in the room. 1, maybe 2 that are going to be worth talking to. So I have this rule whenever I go to a place, Steph, I'm going to a bank, right? I'm going to go to a bank next week. I'm going to travel. You guys will see me, and you know who I want to talk to, right? There's going to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you might be hearing this, but it's the truth. So whenever you go to a place, to an event, especially if you pay $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a ticket, make sure that you know who the 1 or 2 people in that room are going to be. And I'll explain how you get to them, because biggest mistake is just going straight to them and trying to talk to them when there's 50 people trying to talk to them, or 100 people trying to talk to them. But add some value, babe.
So to touch on what he said, it's kind of like going to a concert, let's just say, and you want to talk to the singer, or you want to get to the front, right? You want to get to the front, even if you purchase the ticket in the back. So the information that you're seeking, like him, he's really good at that. Every time we go anywhere, he's like, Syl, this is who I want you to approach. This is who I want you to approach. And that's it. Obviously, I'm nice to everybody. And, you just never know who you're going to meet. And again, whatever industry you're in, if nobody knows you, or you don't introduce yourself to people, how are they going to do business with you, right? And that's something that I think everybody can improve. It's just ask for the business. Let everybody know what you do, because at some point in their life, they're going to need your services, and you have to be the first person that they think about. Like if it's somebody wants to get a mortgage or do real estate, or, go to an event, like a self-improvement event, like it's us, this is who you call. So call us.
Guys, and what you should do is, don't go straight to the main attraction. Go around the main attraction. What I mean by that is, let's say I'm an influencer, and I'm getting started as an influencer, and then I have this great idea. I'm pretty good at doing makeup, and I want to get known. And I'm like, I go to all these hot girls. Let me do your makeup, and obviously they don't know who I am. So if I get into, like, let's say somebody's podcast, let's say Alpha Slice, right? Mm-hmm. And I want to get his attention, because I want him to post me on his stories and put me on his podcast, whatever.
Flow me some power.
Then I'm not gonna go straight to him when there's like 10, 15 group of people there around him in the seminar. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around him, and I'm gonna talk to his best secondhand. So then I'm gonna make his second hand, not his second hand. What do you call that?
Right hand.
His right hand. So I'm gonna go to his right hand.
Second hand.
Second hand, something else. So I'm gonna go to his right hand, and I'm gonna start making his right hand my buddy, and I'm gonna be, giving compliments, doing this, talking, and then guess what happens? Like the what was I talking about?
The assistant, the left, the right hand.
The right hand.
They're gonna say, "Hey, do you remember
we're
Albert?"
Talking about, it makes me feel like we're talking about hands, but the right hand. I'm gonna go to his right hand. I'm gonna be like, just talking a lot to the right hand, and then guess what? After everybody leaves and the event finishes, then his right hand is gonna be like, "Hey, met this cool Albert guy.
Yeah.
You know what? He was saying all these things about makeup, and he knows all he has this great idea. Maybe you could help him like create a product or do this. So that's what you're supposed to do. That's how I did it. So I had this really famous influencer when he started like a long time ago, and everybody was doing the same thing. They were all rushing to him. Everybody wanted a picture. Everybody was pitching him their idea.
Glass is broken.
Everybody was pitching.
I'm like, why is it leaking?
The influencer, everything. No wonder that one was leaking also. And I put it next to my bed.
Look.
Put it in my.
I
always put it on my nightstand, and then there's like water. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I thought like there was a leak in the house.
You didn't figure it out or what?
So this influencer, I noticed everybody was like going straight to the influencer. So what I did is I went to his wife and I made her my best buddy. And then influencer, people go to sleep with their wives for the most part, and then they hear the last words from their wife, and then they remember you. Same thing I did with everybody. So that's the way you get into the main attraction's head. So I'm not saying start talking to Syl and she's going to be happy because she's going to get more followers and all that. By the way, I got you your 15,000 followers. I got you at least 14,000.
Ya cállate, mi amor, por favor. I know. No.
You want to add to that?
No, because you keep saying dumb things.
I'm not saying dumb things. People are saying that I'm throwing like bombs, like super knowledgeable things. People are pumped up about what I'm saying.
I think that also the main reason, this is just my personal opinion, that a lot of people, aren't really themselves is just because they're a little bit scared of, being judged or what people are going to think about them. And I have learned, just like Albert, to really not care. You basically have no time to care because you're so busy focused on your own life, your own goals, that you don't pay attention to the little stuff like that, the noise around. So making sure that you have a plan and what you need to get to where you're going, right? And you need to, it's literally not what you know a lot of the times, it's who you know. However, if you have a business and you do whatever, I don't even care if you do titles or escrows for a living, you have to be the best. You have to have the best customer experience, because at the end of the day, I was actually thinking about, like, the guy that did my nails, my doctor, Dr. Karimi. Literally, he's the best. He's not the cheapest, but he is the best. I don't have to worry. It was a blink of an eye. I went out of town, came back, worked a day, went in, got it done. I didn't even have time to think about it. I didn't even have time to ask him what he was doing to me because I believe in his ability to make people, to enhance people without looking like all crazy, because people will do a lot of things for money. And that's why he's so successful. You want to go to the best doctor and you have to pay a little bit more, but
Well, I'll tell you why he's successful, which we'll get back into our topic for today.
This is the topic.
Networking. Because he's the best at what he does.
He is.
That's not networking. That's just being the best at what you do. Like usually, for the most part, the worst products are the best marketed products. So Coca-Cola, McDonald's, cheap products, bad stuff, but it's popular marketing, networking. So our doctor, like the other doctor she also was a little popular. Yeah. But she took somebody's eyes, messed somebody's eyes up, right? Somebody's blind because of her. Yeah. This doctor, he is very well known, but then he gives good service, that's an add-on. So that's. But remember, marketing, networking comes before all that. And this our doctor, he's very well known because he's a doctor to a lot of celebrities. And what does that do? If you go to his page, his name is Dr. Kian Karimi. So if you go to his Instagram, do me a favor and go to his Instagram, Dr. Kian Karimi. Maybe you could share it. You guys put it on the content on the body here. But Dr. Kian Karimi, well, you could put it just when we edit it. But you could tell people on the Zoom, Steph. This doctor, he does a lot of work for famous people, celebrities, and you could see in his Instagram videos from these celebrities. And what does that do? That brings you a ton of business. So he got so busy that now he's flooded with a lot of people that, hey, they don't pay $5,000 for a nose job.
No.
Like you could go to TJ and I think get it for less than that. 3,000. Okay.
And then you have to fix it after.
But he charges people 28,000 for a nose job, and he has people that are lined up, and he gets to pick like, yes, you know what, I can't take it anymore because I'm just so busy. So right now his problem is kind of like the same problem we have. We're just growing too fast, and now our main thing is we got to add more positions. So now it's really fun for me because I really enjoy business. I really enjoy now that we're an enterprise now. Now we're getting into all these fun things where now you need a president, a really COO, a CFO, all these like fancy positions that then turn your business into an autopilot business. That it's just so cool. You have no idea what I have in store. Not even my wife. Like she's expect billions and billions of dollars in cash liquid in the accounts. Like it's just really, really good. I'm really excited. And it's just we'll talk about that in another time.
Yeah, Albert, stay on topic.
But very important to network. So if I were you, because obviously, like you see us and you're like, oh, Albert, well now it's so easy because now you're famous and all these buddies that you have are celebrities and you get to go to all these places.
It wasn't always like that, though.
And people all want to be your friends now. But what about before when nobody wanted to be your friend and everybody thought you were fucking loser that didn't know how to speak English right, had an accent and didn't know how to write? What about back then when people made fun of you because you didn't know how to speak? What about then? So what I started doing in the beginning, which some of you can relate to this, is you got to start hitting all the events. Yeah. You know, there's go to 10 events a year if you can. Go to all these 10 events and then get the best seat and then get known. Go to all these VIP dinners, VIP after parties, being known. Take a lot of content, video, get your full-time videographer. If you can't afford one, fucking buy a camera and video yourself. If you can't afford that, get a girlfriend. Just
we have cell phones now. Albert.
Yeah, exactly. That's where I'm going. So you keep interrupting me.
Oh,
so go find a girlfriend anywhere. You got to learn some storytelling because like when you speak, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna train you on speaking and make you a better speaker. So when you go out there, just go to the beach, fucking find a girlfriend, make her your girlfriend, even if you don't like her, just have her carry your iPhone and record you all day. And then you go to all these events and at least you show up there and you have a camera girlfriend. And then you record the content and you start posting it. And then people are gonna start being like, damn, this guy's a celebrity. He has a camera person, even though it's a girl you just met at the beach. But you want to get all that content, start posting it everywhere. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. Those are my three favorite ones. But there's so many tools you can use with technology. There's this thing called Community app, which you text blast people. So instead of email blast, which nobody opens their emails.
It's just as annoying, by the way.
I think 20% of I think 20% or maybe 10% of people open their emails. So text messages, I think it's somewhere like in the 80% range that people open their text messages. I mean, everybody opens their text message. If I text Alpha right now, he's gonna get a pop up like, oh, I got a text message. If I text Steph, she's like, oh, I got a text message. So it's a lot different than email. So there's so many things that you guys can take advantage of it. But to start going to all these events. Even if they're bad events, you'll find one person or you'll find two people. Yeah. Go to all these events, network. Like if you don't have any business right now, what are you doing at the office? Get out of the office, get out of your house, and go to a fucking bar and start talking to people. Talk to some girls, talk to some guys and ask them, what do you do? What do you guys do? Oh, you do this. Oh, maybe we could do business together, girl. And you start talking and you start creating relationships. Yeah. So that's very important. That's what got me started, just talking. And then what I used to tell Syl, I'll end it with this, and we'll jump into questions. Steph, do you have somebody good? So we got a question. So what I used to do, and this is going to be key, okay? This and a lot of you guys are doing it well. So whether it's your wife or your husband or your assistant, you have to train them and tell him, hey, go make this guy's wife your best friend. Wife, go talk to this guy's best wife and make her your best friend. Get her cell phone. Now you don't have to go get the cell phone of the main attraction. Now you get the cell phone of the wife. If you got a boyfriend, even if it's a good for nothing boyfriend, even if your boyfriend doesn't have a job, Tell your boyfriend, go out with me and start making all these guys your buddies. Collect digits. And on another note is um, business cards. Business cards. I'm gonna disagree with Syl on that one. You don't need business cards, guys. It's the information age. There's a lot of technology. Like you don't go to the club and ask a girl for her business card. You go to the club and you ask the girl for her Instagram. That's the new business card. The
So I beg to
Instagram.
differ on that.
So even her cell phone, you don't ask a girl for her cell phone. You ask the girl for her Instagram. Why? Because the Instagram, when you wake up next day and you're sober, a little bit hungover, you're gonna look at her Instagram and you're gonna be like, wait, she's not as good looking as I remembered her. Or you're gonna be like, oh shit, she's actually more good looking than I remember her. And then you're gonna DM her after you do all your research, and it's gonna save you going on another date and finding out that she's not what you thought she looked like, and then you spend money on the date. So it's very important to use technology, social media. Instagram is the best. So stop carrying your business card. Realtors, insurance people, mortgage people.
Ignore him.
Use your Instagram. Everywhere you go, let's say there's 10 investors. Investor, here's my Instagram. Trust me, invest. I got one of our girls still. She gave an investor her Instagram. And guess what? She got a listing. Okay, why? Because the investor decided to go and have a lunch with her to go over a property because he saw her Instagram. And what did I tell my girl? What did I coach her on? Make sure you post this, and this, and you're gonna get a lot of attention. What did I tell her also? Go get a new car. Got a new car. So having said that, hope you guys like that. Let's jump into the first question, please.
Wait. So maybe it's just me, but I like when people give me a business card. I throw it in my purse. Sometimes I save numbers. I'm like, shit, who was that guy? Like the one we're going to have at the top producer meeting, the balloon guy.
But you throw it in your purse. What do you do after?
I put them in my desk.
So you have all the business cards.
I have a lot. I have a
Guys,
ton of
it still
business
doesn't make any sense right now. I think we should jump into the
I like
question.
business cards.
Comment below if you think
Una cosa,
Albert's
no
right.
solamente
Comment if you think Syl's right. Let's jump into the first. We have a question, Syl. Come on. All right, guys, let's take a little pause. Let her compose herself, and we're gonna take on the question. But yeah, guys, trust me on that. Like business cards, like I get business cards. And then I tell the person giving me a business card, please don't give me a business card. Save it. I'm probably gonna lose it. And
People are saying that their IG is their business card.
yeah, it is. So I tell people, please don't give me your business card. I'm gonna lose it. But in reality, I'm thinking I'm gonna throw this away as soon as we stop talking. I'm gonna go to the restroom, throw it away. Why? Because first of all, I don't want to carry extra business cards, especially if it's not my business card. I don't want to put somebody else's business card inside my car and then it's right there. I don't want to do that. So business cards for 99% of the time, they get thrown away. And especially if you're working and doing fancy business cards, save your money on that and run some ads on Instagram because Instagram is the new business card. Question.
First question is from Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Hey, what's up, Albert?
What's up, Gabe?
So I follow you for a while. I got the Driven Academy. We've had it for like months. My wife and I. My wife's just sitting next to me. You can't see her though. Or maybe through the little thing in the back of it.
Hi.
Awesome.
Yeah. So my question is, how do you target a networking event with a purpose? So obviously you're in lending. When you would go to events, what particular events and how would you pick them in order to? You're going to the event with a purpose. You're not going to. Nomás no es fácil para nada. You know what I mean? You're going there because they have the best lenders, they have the best realtors, or what have you. What's your suggestions in doing that? Like, how do you target a particular event that you go to?
I go to the events not because they're lending events or I'll go anywhere that has people with a lot of influence. Because in today's world, the key is being influential, having a lot of followers, being famous, being a celebrity. So like if I want to collaborate with anybody that has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
I was even asking, I forgot, but I was asking a family member about this person that she knows. This stripper that has a lot of followers. So anybody that has a lot of followers, not a stripper, a porn star. So these people that have a lot of followers, like take advantage of that because you're gonna get so many followers from this person. I had a coaching with a guy. He happens to know this porn star, and because the porn star shouted him out a couple times, he got up to like 47,000, something like that, real followers.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So I'm considering
Paying her to get a shout out.
no, not paying her. Doing like a podcast, having her at Driven. I don't know, doing something, but I'm kind of thinking about it still because I don't know if I want to. I don't know. I got to do pros and cons. But going back to the question, you want to be in these events. Doesn't matter what kind of event. If it's a lending, real estate, insurance, go to all these events because you're gonna get followers. You're gonna create relationships, and then these people are gonna flow you their followers, and then whatever you sell, whether it's cars, houses, or vacuums, you're gonna get more people to know you. So that's my rule. Anywhere, wherever I'm gonna create contacts, like for example, why did I move to 10,000? When it's 20 grand a month that I used to pay? Why?
To network.
Because I wanted to network. I wanted to network. So but before that, Gabriel, I moved to Shoreham Towers, and Shoreham Towers had a better selection of relationships you could create.
Yeah.
Because that place had a penthouse that was going for like 10,000-12,000 a month or something like that. We paid 5,000 a month, and we paid 7,500 a month. So I think the top place was at least 20 grand or 18 grand. I don't know. It was the penthouse. But this place had better quality. It was an older building and nothing compared to 10,000. But we started creating new relationships. And let me tell you something that I did. I'm probably, like I haven't really talked about it a lot, but because I didn't see it this way. But then after speaking with Ed Milet, I'm like, you know what? I was doing the same shit. I was faking it till I make it. And I'm probably one of the best fakers till I make it. And let me explain what I mean by that. When I got my Ferrari, I could barely make that payment, but I did it. And that got me to where I am today. When I moved from a 1,500, who in their right mind goes from a $1,500 a month, 1-bedroom apartment to a condo at the Shoreham Towers that's $5,000 a month? Like, I'm not doubling my payment. I'm more than tripling my payment. So who does that? I do. I could barely afford that payment. I knew I had for at least next month's payment. Maybe I didn't even have next month's payment, but I told Syl, let's do this. You know, that's going to inspire me. It's going to make me. And guess what it did? That fake it till you make it just rose me and made me work harder and harder. And now I'm like, wow. And now I'm telling Syl, like, and I'm being honest, now it's real, right? Now it's like super real. Now we have excess money in the bank, and our business all our businesses make us so much money. But now I'm like telling Syl, like, you know what? We got a problem here. This house is a little bit small.
It's not small.
Some things are a little bit.
We literally live in 1 bedroom.
Some things are a little bit outdated, and you know what? We need a bit more place for our cars and for our gym equipment. So I think it's time to move. And also, we want some more privacy. Like we want to get something different. So, but that's what happens, and you got to be in these places where you're gonna meet relationships. So it's all about networking to create the best relationships. So if you can't afford the most expensive event, start going to like more affordable events, and from there on, you move up in levels. You want to add something to it?
So, you know, like how you just said, it's because you could afford it. Well, when we moved there, I was like, shit, we're gonna go from this rent to like literally 20 grand in rent. And I was like, man,
and we went from $7,500 a month to $20,000 a month. So then again, I go, I'm not doubling our payment. I'm like tripling it.
Yeah. But that kind of lights like a fire on your behind, you know, because you're not just sitting there comfortably, you know, because exactly. And in reality, what's the worst that can happen? You always have to look at worst case scenario. That we get evicted and you know, I think it's that him and I believe in ourselves so much, and only him and I know how hard we work. You know, like he's trying to say that, oh, I woke up at 2. Dude, I didn't sleep. So like, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I still got my workout in, you know, and we're here right now. And again, things happen, it's life. So you have to learn how to pivot, and you have to learn how to challenge yourself, but understand that there's no going back. So when you don't have a choice and you are not going to go back anymore, you better believe that you level up. You better believe that you force yourself to be in a tough situation.
I followed you guys for a while. Freddie, I knew Freddie from way back when in the Downey days because my
Aw.
office was originally in Downey, and then I had followed you or Albert,
Me
and
first, because I'm cooler.
yeah, no, I tripped out because when I used to follow you guys, I thought you guys had money like already saved up because you guys are doing and moving everything so fast. I was like, somebody's backing them or they have money from somewhere else and whatever the case may be. And I should Freddie leave the lending company that no longer exists. Came with you guys. I'm like, okay. And then just little by little, I seen you guys progress and progress in the amount of maybe about 8 or 10 years. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, wow. And then the story that you're telling me, I see the story on the Driven Academy with Bobby Castro and all. I'm starting watching all the other ones that are going through.
Yeah, yeah.
And my business is a little bit different. Mine's more, we do investments, insurance, and we came from Washington Mutual Investments.
Got
And
it.
I see what you guys are doing. And I think that we haven't had that growth because we're trying to develop agents before we develop ourselves, which in my situation, it's a bad idea. But now listening to Albert, listening to you, and my hats off to you guys. I congratulate everything you guys have done.
Thank you. You're
And
so sweet. Thank you.
it's just been an awesome ride. And for me, just following you guys, my wife just got her NMLS license.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's just a pleasure, and it's grateful to hear someone that's actually done it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
BS. It's not like okay, there's a trust fund
No,
or
no, no.
daddy's
Just go
money
all
or-
in. Work your butt
Yeah,
off.
yeah, Gabriel. And another thing is like people have to realize that like 3.5 years ago, more or less, like we were making 3.6 million as a company, but we were spending more than 3.6 million. So we were
To
making
grow.
millions, but we were going negative because our expenses were more because I was so crazy that I was over committing to things we couldn't afford. That's why I talk about faking it till you make it. Like I used to have a fake Ferrari key from Amazon, and I used to put it on the floor at Equinox gym that I also was stretching myself to pay so that people can see my key and be like, oh, he has a Ferrari. Let me go talk to him. And I did get a lot of girls that were interested too, but that wasn't my intention. It just came with the territory. So like when I was doing 3.6 million, I was spending more than that. And that's when we started just selling all our properties to survive. And then remember that for many years, you're going to be underpaid. But there's going to come a time after many years, maybe a decade, that you're going to become overpaid. And that's what happened to us 2 years ago, more or less. And now we're overpaid. But now it's like, I remember how it was when I was broke. And I don't want to be broke again. So it's almost like the only thing I'm scared of is being broke again. So I never want to be broke again. So that keeps me with this fire that, like today, Syl's talking about she was up late, but I didn't even sleep. I slept like 2 hours maybe. And I slept, I couldn't sleep because I was also worried about my little girl, Berlin, because she had a fever. So it's like 2 o'clock. I can't sleep all night because I'm up and sleeping. Yeah. So I just got up and started my day. But and why would I do that? Like I felt like shit. I couldn't walk right. My back hurted.
He's a big baby.
Like I was thinking I'm gonna get a massage and you know what, I'm gonna start early and end early. It never happens. When I start really early, I still end late. So like that drive and that just fear to be broke again. I don't want to put my family in that position, and I don't want to put all my companies, people that are part of it, in that position again.
It's a trip that you say that because for most people, it's, oh, I want to make more money. And for you guys, it's not about making more money. It's about never going back to being broke again.
Yeah.
And also, I would say our biggest, if I can say how we have always been successful, aside from obviously always being good to people, right? No matter what people do to us, whatever, you know, because it's just life. But knowing, believing, and understanding that we can always do more. Like, if you spend one day in our life, you're going to be like, what the hell? You know, because that's how we operate literally since I can remember. Like, it's crazy. You know, and that it's a fact. Most people stop way before they should have stopped. Or like some people shouldn't even stop at all. Like you shouldn't even sleep, literally. But that's just a...
Yeah, I mean, there's people that they don't create anything all week and then they're taking weekends off. Like, are you fucking dumb? Like, wake up, dumbass. Like, that's what I think about them. Like, why are you taking family barbecues if you haven't created anything the entire week? You have your kids there that don't have any toys. You can't even go to Whole Foods and you're having a barbecue?
Yeah.
Like, dude, forget about the barbecue.
Priorities,
Go
that's it.
Go make a few extra sales.
I like something that Bobby Castro said. I think you said it too. And my wife mentioned it to me when we were watching the thing. She's like, you need to change your circle.
Oh, for sure. That's a
lot
big
of people
one.
in your circle, they hate on you, and they're the same people that you helped out, which is like mind-boggling. Like I had a really good friend who I helped out, and then I come to find out he's talking smack, and I'm just like,
You
where's this
stay
come from?
far away. Trust me, far away. That's the number one reason most people are still broke, still hating, super like not in the best shape of the, because you hang out with people that are just like you. And then what happens? Like you gotta level up. You gotta find better friends, and you might as well be alone, literally. But okay, well, it was nice to meet you. I think we have another question.
We have a question from
Thank you, brother.
Fermin. Ask him to turn on his camera.
Hugo Fermin. a ver
Hugo
la
Fermin,
cámara.
please turn your camera on so we can see you.
That cheese was delicious. So hungry. Hugo?
Hugo or Hugo?
Hugo.
What's up, Albert?
What's up, brother?
Hey, Syl.
Hi.
I want to ask you guys a question.
What's up?
What was the question? I forgot.
Is that a driven hat?
The question
is
was-
that a driven hat?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
been having it for like almost 2 years.
Oh,
you need
dude.
you need a new one.
Steph, send him another hat,
Send
please.
him a new hat.
Tell him to send me his address.
Yeah, send Steph your address so we can send you a new hat.
I will. I got you guys. I said, how do you spend your time? How do you spend your time? Like wisely, like what you do, like how you start your day.
So I'll answer quick, and then I'll let Syl have the mic a little bit so she doesn't get a sad. But I keep myself overly busy. Like I don't stop at all.
Yeah.
And I'm constantly thinking of ideas. So when I'm running, like when I'm doing my cardio, I think of an idea, boom, I write it down. When I'm taking a shower, I step out of the shower, boom, write the idea. When I'm taking the dump, boom, step out, write an idea. When I'm in the morning in the computer, idea.
he's
When I'm
taking a
driving,
dump?
like I pull over idea. So I'm always taking notes and putting
What
like
about
the
when you use
ideas.
the restroom?
And I'm always putting ideas down. And I have this notebook that in the morning, first thing that I do is I write first 30 minutes of my day, whether it's 2 a.m. or 4 a.m. I don't look at text messages because I don't want to react to them. I don't look at Instagram because I don't want to react to it. I don't look at my email because I don't want to react to my email. So I have a clear mind the first 30 minutes. All I do is go get water and I start writing in my notebook. This is what I forgot to do. This. These are all the things that I got to do today, my to-dos. And then I start putting like a star next to all the important things. Important meaning they're like vegetables. They're things that taste nasty or hard, but they pay you the biggest reward. So like most of us, like me, if you ask me, Albert, what do you want to do right now? I want to get fucked up, drink a bunch of mimosas, and eat hamburgers with French fries. But if you ask me what's going to make you perform better, I got to eat some broccoli and some asparagus, and I gotta eat some like nice healthy meats and fishes or chicken. So that's important. That's like a veggie important thing that's gonna pay you the biggest reward. So that's what I focus on doing those things first, and then if I don't get to all the other urgent reactive things, like I don't get to them, but I finish all my important things that are gonna pay me, and then I find myself like running out of time. So it's like I look at the clock and I'm like, damn, it's already 8. I was supposed to be in the office at 7, and then I'm at the office and I'm like, shit, it's already 12. I was supposed to be this place by 11, and then I get to and then I'm thinking, it's already 6. I told Italia I wasn't go pick her up at 5, and then it's like before you know it, I'm like already out of energy. It's already like 8, 9, 10 p.m. And I'm like, damn, I didn't finish this, and this. Can the day be a little bit longer? Why can't the day be 36 hours instead of 24 hours? So that's what happens to me. My day just goes like this because I produce so much every day. I have 3 mini days instead of 1 day. My first day starts when I wake up till 12. 12 to 6 is my second day. And then 6 till I sleep is my third day. So most people complain about, man, the day's going so slow. Hey, fool, do you have some time to go to lunch? I don't have time for that. Like, I'm so busy. So those people that have a lot of free time want to go there and hang out. I just don't have that time. that's called depression. When the last time I had depression was when I was in school and waiting for the clock. Man, I can't wait till it's recess. Oh man, I can't wait till it's lunchtime. I just want to get the fuck out of this classroom because it's gonna kill me. And then I remember it was like my school used to end at 2:40 p.m. I used to go to Kennedy High School and it was 2:40 p.m. And I remember like the last 40 minutes when the clock hit 2, the ticker was like ticking so slow, and I'm like, why am I seeing why is my life in slow motion right now? It's going so slow. Like, how can these 40 minutes go any faster? Like, I hate being in this classroom. And I couldn't wait till it was 2:40 and the bell rang, like ring, and I was like, yes, freedom. And I got out of school. Like, I hated school. But a lot of people can relate to this. You either complain because your day goes too slow, or you complain because your day goes too fast. If your day is going too fast, that means you're being really productive and you're achieving a lot.
You're not wasting time. And honestly, the first tip I ever tell anybody, if you're not where you want to be, you have to understand that you have to exercise, you have to eat better, and automatically you'll be like 50% ahead of like the whole world, literally. And yes, it takes a lot of work. You know, Albert knows when I don't work out, I get grumpy, and then you start getting a little fat. Then you don't like the way you look. Then your confidence starts dropping. Then you have all the excuses in the world. And then you're like, okay, dude, like I'm done. You know, you basically have to get sick and tired of being tired. You know, and a lot of people don't, that never happens to them, which is so sad. So you have to catch yourself. You have to catch yourself enough to say, you know what, I'm better than this. I know what I have to do, because we all know what we have to do. Whether we do it or not, that's like a whole different story. Just like for the last 2 weeks, I've been working out every morning, no excuses.
Waking up early too?
Waking up early, not sleeping like him.
Guys, can you give her a round of applause for waking up early?
Because he thinks 6:45, 7 a.m. is so late. So now I've been getting up 6, ish, whatever. It just depends on the day.
And thank you, Crystal, Tracy, all the girls that have been coming here and waking her up. Thank you, girls. I'm going to treat you guys for dinner or something like that.
Stupid. So anyway, hi, Tracy. I know, but guys don't understand. Like, you see what I'm talking about? Like, moms have to do so much. And it's just automatic that moms are just, that's your job. I'm like, no, now it's going to be your job too. Because at the end
I'm going to take you out to dinner, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So anyway, yeah. And I've been, meal prepping for us, because when you
Dude, I don't know what's going on. Syl's like going through a complete transformation right now. It's like,
well, I got
unbelievable.
sick and tired of being tired, because we've always, right before COVID hit, it was gym before anything, which is a non-negotiable. That is a one non-negotiable, because even if you have very little money, as long as you're hot, you have a lot more possibilities than people that are low on energy. They're not their best ideal, and that could be anything, as long as you're healthy. Because being overweight doesn't just mean that you're not going to look your best. It also means that you are going to get, you're more susceptible to diseases, diabetes, so many different things. So again, it's just, you have to make a choice, and you have to stick to it even when you don't feel like it. Once that motivation is gone, I just remind myself, I'm like, I want to look super skinny. I've had 2 kids, but that's not an excuse. Berlin's already, a year and a half? Like, I have no excuses. I have so much help in this house, in the office, everywhere. And I tell him I'm going to be in the office a little later. He doesn't care. He's like, dude, get there whenever you want. I'm like, no, because I have a lot of things to do. But yeah. Anyway.
No, I said I'd rather go out of business, but you'd be like super hot and nice tone, 4-pack, sex 6 times a day, and I could be homeless.
God,
I'm good.
Albert.
Go out of business anytime. I'll take that anytime.
All right.
We got one more question, Steph?
And then we're going to close it out. He's so bad.
Thank you, brother. I'm going to send you the new hat, by the way.
And I
All
think
right, thank you. Appreciate
Alpha,
you guys.
mwah, I think Alpha, just right before we close out, Alpha, if you could just share networking and your
one more
fitness,
question.
I understand. So we're going to go to one more question. No? Oh, because Alpha, who was I talking to? Oh, actually, Albert had a coaching yesterday, and he mentioned you, and I'm like, dude, this guy's like a beast. Totally different Alpha than the first time I talked to you. Then when you came to Albert, you're a completely different guy. And I know, obviously, fitness, having the right mentors, and networking has literally put you in a completely different place. And quite frankly, I'm like, it's like a totally different person. It's amazing. So should we just let him speak then? Yeah, go Alpha.
Yeah, go Alpha. Really proud.
You help us close it out.
Really proud of you, by the way, man. You're an inspiration,
so
brother.
Amazing, dude.
I want to be like Alpha.
I mean,
That's exactly what I've been doing, man. Like when we went to our second coaching session, and you told me, hey, dude, you've got to be an influencer. You've got to change your grid. You've got to start posting more of lifestyle, pictures and all the tips that you gave me. So that's the difference between me and everyone else, man. I just apply the knowledge, I execute. And you gave me the same advice when you said go network, go to events. And dude, you've seen me. I've been on a roll.
Yeah.
I've been going to every single event out there. And you're 100% right. They flow power to you. You see, I've been to Bradley event, and he pulled me, like not pulled me, but he brought me up like 3-4 times during the event talking about my personal branding. And I'm like, dude, personal branding? I don't know shit about personal branding. I just applied what Albert told me to do with my Instagram. But everyone is trying to give me credit for it. And then I went to, I'm not sure if you saw that, but I went to like Jeff Hoffman event, that billionaire. And dude,
Yeah.
so much power. They gave me so much power as well. I went to Coach Bird event, and again, so much power. Pulled me on stage, talk about my journey. So definitely putting yourself out there in front of people who have influence. They share your stories, and you get a lot of attention. I also did a couple of YouTubers who like in the watch industry who came to Miami, and then I gave them my car, and dude, they blew me up as well, like putting me on
Yeah.
their vlogs and stuff.
Yeah.
So definitely putting yourself out there and talking more about your business and what you do,
Yeah.
it flows so much power to you. And again, like I want to give you credit, man. And I just want to tell everyone, like, dude, those simple pieces of advice, you just need to apply them and to see growth. Otherwise, you would think, oh, that's, and it's not like one advice that you apply it now and then you're gonna see the growth. It's over an extended period of time, and then you'll see the benefits. And as Syl said, dude, when I start focusing on, going to events, then I thought, dude, I look like shit. I need to work on my fitness. So then I started working on my fitness, because when people pull me up on stage, will be looking at me. I don't want everyone to be looking at my belly, man.
Yep.
I want everyone to be
That's
looking at
right.
my beautiful face, beautiful smile, man.
Hey,
And the branding with the hat, with the fitness, dude, everything comes together, and people just love you even more and more.
Yeah.
Bro-
Yeah.
brother,
Love
quick,
that.
quick question. Can you talk about like when we first met, and you drove your minivan to our office, and then we talked, and then you went home and you drove off, and then I told you get a Ferrari, but you got it the second day, and then the Ferrari was, it's a pre-owned Ferrari 458. It's I have the same car. That was my first Ferrari too, and then like 6 months later or around there, you go out and you get a car that's maybe 3 times more expensive. You get the SVJ Lamborghini, which is like a big down payment, and the payments it's a little bit high, like it's much higher. But like, how do you go from when you went from the minivan to the Ferrari? Were you kind of like indecisive about should I go from this to this, and then how do you go from the Ferrari to the SVJ? Like how does your mindset get trained to take on that payment? Because when you're not used to it, you're like, wait, what? No, I'm not gonna put this much money down in this payment. Like you're not used to it. So how's your mind processing all that?
Yes, so I have a different mindset, but the same thing as you said with the apartment thing. Like, you went from 1,500 to 5,000 to like 20,000. It's like when I got the Ferrari at the beginning. I mean, of course, I had the minivan. I didn't know that Ferrari existed.
Ooh, he got cut out.
Uh-oh.
He'll probably come back on.
Yeah, he got cut off, guys. He'll be back on, but
Complete transformation of
Yeah,
this
yeah.
guy.
but
Literally.
we'll put him back on right now. But really quick, before to close this out, I want to tell you guys something about events. So if you don't have any money, go rent, rent a big house, or rent if you're limited on money, like get a small space and do a small event gathering where you do a mixer, you get people to go there, and then you start meeting people, and then those people are going to introduce you. I have a buddy that I met at a boxing fight. He's going to connect me with Canelo Alvarez.
Oh yeah.
And so that's going to be huge. So, but but once you start making more and more money, what I suggest you guys do is, if you create an event, pay a speaker with a lot of influence, with a lot of with a lot of followers, pay them $50,000 to speak at your event. This speaker that has 1 million followers, he's gonna come to your event, he's gonna speak, and then everybody's gonna buy the ticket to go see this person. Why do you think some of these people that have successful events, they bring in celebrities like comedians, sports athletes, retired athletes? Most of the time, it's retired athletes, and you bring them in, and then people want to go see them, and then you sell tickets, and then people go see this celebrity, and then all of a sudden they find you because they pull all the audience. And also, when you pay them 50,000 to speak at your event, you also tell them, hey, by the way, I'm paying you this 50K, but I also want to do a podcast with you. Then you do a podcast and you put it on your YouTube channel. Now you have content. You start getting subscribers to your YouTube channel, and then you make small clips from that. A clip for Instagram, a clip from Twitter, a clip for whatever, and for Facebook. You put it everywhere. You want to put it everywhere. You want to be everywhere, omnipresent. And then you also ask him, hey, by the way, I also want an IG live. When you go IG live, Instagram live with another person, then you get their followers to get on the live, and your followers are on the live. Now you start getting people to follow you. That's kind of like what I did with and besides using him, taking advantage of that, because of course I'm gonna take advantage of opportunities. But my friend Salamondrin, he's now became a friend of ours.
He's so cool.
We go to his house, we have drinks together, we have fun together. But Salamondrin, I did an IG live with him, and I had like thousands of people watching the live because he pulled people in, and we got a lot of followers because of that. So those are key ways to network on platforms, using technology, taking advantage of technology. But going back to Alpha, you got cut off, but just finish that Alpha so we could end this driven couples. And you were talking about your minivan, and then you just take action and you go from next and next.
Yeah, dude. So the thing is, I didn't know that Ferrari exists, man. They were not in my universe. So I went, of course, with the minivan. I got exposed to all that wealth and all that type of lifestyle. And you told me, hey, of course, like people think it's just a Ferrari, but in the coaching session, you get a lot of things more than just go get a Ferrari, right?
Yeah.
But you said go get a Ferrari, and I was with my wife, and my wife was like, fuck Albert, we're not getting Ferrari. They have a different, background, different culture. We're not those kind of people. And I was like, listen, I just told the dude I'm coachable, so I'm gonna do everything he says. And she said, fuck no, let's go back home. That's why I got the Ferrari the second day, because I and just went ahead and got the Ferrari, man. And getting the Ferrari, like there's a lot of hassle around it. Like that's a different story for another day. But I saw, dude, like you told me get a Ferrari, but you didn't tell me how to apply it, and that's like when like you need to use your critical thinking a little bit, your marketing strategies, and figure out how you're gonna market Ferrari and use it as a prostitute. But that's exactly what I did, and then I saw a growth in my revenue from 60,000 per month to 90,000 that very month, because I put the Ferrari in my ads, in my webinars, and it worked it worked beautifully, because every nurse or every nursing student in the country just said, oh, if I take most course and I pass the test, I'm gonna drive Ferraris, I'm gonna live his lifestyle. And then maybe like a few months later, maybe 6-7 months later, and actually, like you told me, what I was trying to do, I was trying to get the Cullinan, right? And on our second coaching session, one of the items he said, go get another car more than 6,000 pounds because it's a complete write-off. So I went there to the dealership, but I was not getting approved, man. I had this shitty salesman who couldn't, is not a professional, right? That's the bottom line. He's not a professional, and he couldn't get me, approved for a loan. So what I did, I just went to another agency at Newport Beach. I met this guy, and we started talking about Lamborghinis. And yes, it's a bigger stretch. So the Lamborghini is $660,000. That's a lot of money. And then huge down payment, which is $200,000, and the monthly payment is fat as well. But I said, fuck it, man. Albert always says, Mo, you need to go broke. You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Now, I was not getting broke because I was trying to spend as much money as I can before the end of the year. I mean, I still didn't hit my benchmark. I was trying to spend like $1 million before the end of the year. I spent maybe around 600. I ran out of ideas, but I got that Lamborghini and it changed everything, man. Now you don't have just one car, because if you get one car, people will say you're lucky, you're just bragging, you're this, you're that. But when you get two cars, then
It's
it's
not
not
luck anymore.
it's not lucky anymore, and you can afford that shit. People understand, oh, that dude is, he has a fat wallet and he can afford that shit. And of course, like, I saw you collecting Ferraris, man. I got jealous. So before the end of this year, dude, I'm gonna pull the trigger on something nice, something really nice, man. So yeah, I would
I
say, dude,
got jealous.
that's the image that you need to have online. You need to be an influencer. You need to influence your people, lead by example, and
Yeah.
just sell a bigger dream to the people that follow you, or the people or your customers. Sell them a bigger dream that this is possible. If I can do it, you can do it. And that's what you told me, and I just believed in myself, and I said, dude, I'm not stopping until I get to the top. I'm gonna be in your league with your friends, with your inner circle. I made it a myth.
Hey.
Brother, awesome, man.
Love
Awesome.
that.
Thank
We
you
love
for all
you.
that value. And dude, we might just stop by Miami and pick you up.
You missed my birthday. It was
we're-
amazing.
We're
I know,
gonna we're gonna fly. We're gonna be going to Puerto Rico with the family next week.
Oh,
So
we are?
maybe we'll stop by and pick you up.
yeah, we'll talk, man. We'll talk. I'd love to.
All right, guys. Mwah.
All right.
Okay, so everyone, again, it's also steps, so like what would be super cool to do, like of all the cars we've ever had, because you kind of just keep working, you keep grinding, you just keep showing up, getting better, improving. Again, the simple things, working out, eating healthy, that should be automatic, at least 5 times a week, period.
Yeah.
So, if you just keep showing up, you're a good person, good things are going to happen to you, but mostly show up, network, meet people, don't be scared, work on yourself, your weaknesses. And one day, after 13 years, you can be like, oh shit, I did all this.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
anyway,
And guys, and I see Jomar right there, brother. I saw your message. I didn't even open it yet, so I don't even know what you typed. I just been slammed back to back to back. We're gonna jump right back on to the Spanish one right now, so stay on, and then I'll look at your message right now. I haven't even opened it. I'm so sorry about that, but we just been super crazy slammed.
Like
so
always.
guys, we'll see you next week. If you have any suggestions for topics for next week, please comment below. Let us know, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.